active participation last week, and we hope to see the same level of enthusiasm from all of you this week as well. Without further ado, let's now delve into today's session and explore it in greater detail. Thank you. Over to you, Pooja. Pooja, mute. Uh,
Thanks, Pranav. Hey, everyone. Welcome to today's session. And I hope that you are excited because we are in the third week of our boot camp internship, in which we are going to discuss a very interesting topic with you today, which is on AR e-commerce. So, as we talk about the AR e-commerce with you today, I want to understand what applications of augmented reality have you till now utilized in your day-to-day life? Or have you experienced augmented reality till now? Like you can put that across in comments if you would like. How many of you have used Flipkart? Let's say, let's start with that. A very basic question of sorts. Used Flipkart or not as an e-commerce site? You could just say yes or no. I guess most of you must have used Flipkart for shopping. So you would know that today's technology that we are using, it is also implemented in Myntra and various other platforms so that you can do virtual try-ons. Or let's say I'm buying a refrigerator for my house. So I can check by placing it into my own home or space as to whether that fridge will fit into that particular area of my house. So I would just want to set up some rules. I'm your trainer for today. My name is Pooja Agrawal and I work with OpenViewer as a senior developer. And my request is that let's have this session as interactive as possible because if you guys will ask questions, it will be good for you. You'll be able to understand the session better. And if I'm asking you the questions, it will be good if you respond to those. I'll try to keep my questions as basic as possible. And in case you think you want to mute yourself, unmute yourself and speak, that is also possible. But I would suggest it will be good if you put your queries in the chat as well as your responses in the chat, or use the raise hand feature if you think something is very urgent. So, all right. So I wanted to talk to you about this augmented reality technology today. And I guess all of you have experienced it, even if you don't remember as of now. And if you think that you would like to get a bit uh, you want to experiment it, we also have in the session options where you will be able to use your mobile phone and experience augmented reality herein itself. So stay with us, stay enthusiastic and motivated. You will be soon headed over to the interesting part of today. So first of all, we will talk about virtual reality in today's session. We will discuss how virtual reality grew into augmented reality. So first it all started with the virtual reality technology and then we moved to augmented reality. Then further we had how this candy is helpful, the tool that we keep talking to you about, the tool that you have already interacted with at your own disposal by searching for code snippets, etc. And then we will also share some resources so that you can learn augmented reality on your own if you are interested in becoming a AR designer or you want to build games similar to Pokemon Go. So, another quick question before we go ahead and discuss about virtual reality. How many of you have played the Pokemon Go game? A show of hands or a yes or no would be good. Have you guys played the Pokemon Go? Okay. I see three of you have said, two of you or three of you have said that they are able to see, they have played the game. Good enough. That is great. Apart from Pokemon Go, any other games where you think that you are able to interact with the real environment? Or if not games, any ads that you may have watched, or any virtual try-ons that you may have done? The Mintra option for virtual try-ons, have you tried that? You could say no also if you haven't tried. All right. So I guess you may not have tried. You should try it today. And we want to talk about a technology which is very immersive and it's fully available to you in an artificial environment. So To be able to showcase you the power of today's kit, I would want you to set it up onto your systems directly. So for that, I would request all of you to please use the chat option that will help you to get to the page that we will use to navigate through today's session. Okay, so talking about the kit for today, let's get ahead and click on the link that is provided in the chat. It takes you to a page that is dedicatedly built for you guys. Okay. As you check out this page, this is your week 3 boot camps page. And you would see that this is another technology that we are discussing with you today. And based on the topics that we discussed today, we will be able to uh, augment or display 3D objects on top of, the space that we are in. And you will be able to learn a bit of fundamentals of augmented reality and talk and play around with the A-frame technologies and build up and enhance performance of today's application also as per your own need. Okay. So you see that there is a 10-minute video tutorial that is available if you would like to go and get a refresher. Then in the practical exercise section, you see the Candy One Click Kit button is available. I'll talk about the final project, etc. in a couple of minutes. But before that, we will go and set up the kit. You can also post your queries by logging in to the platform. That will help to use the chat feature that will help you go down, hit reply, and put in your queries onto this page if there is any regarding this internship program. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on the Candy One Click Kit button. What is this button? Basically, it takes you to the page of the solution. So this solution is what we are going to build today. And what kind of a solution it is? Let us first set up the kit so that we are able to understand the solution source for today. So for that, if I scroll down, I will see that there are deployment instructions listed down for Windows operating system. And if you are on some other operating system, then the instructions are listed down here. So for now, I will go ahead and click on the one-click installer. You can do the same alongside with me. Then you just get to the location where your folder is downloaded. Extract this zip file. That is very important to extract the zip file. Double click the folder, double click this batch file, say more info, or run anyway. This should start setting the kit onto your systems. Okay. So you already know this drill. We have done this in most of our sessions. And today also let the setup happen for you. So initially it will just take some time for it to see. And in a couple of minutes, this kit should download onto your systems based on the bandwidth that you are on. So once the setup starts, you can minimize the screen and we will get back to our discussion for today's session. All right. Is there any doubt that you have regarding the setup of the kit? You can ask me to redo the kit setup if you would like. Requesting you all to be as interactive as possible. That will help you as well as me go through the session interestingly. Or else I'll have to, pick any one of you to ask whether you are able to set up the kit or not. Uh, how many of you were able to set up the kit? If you can use the raise hand feature and say that, yeah, we are able to. Okay, Rahul. Okay. Divya is also able to do. Bhuvnesh, Vikas. What about the others? Okay. So we have around 60 students. I would request at least 40 of you that you should set up the kit right away here. This one is a very interesting one. You would love what it showcases. All right. Thank you. Then let's get back to our discussion. So we want to talk about these interesting, head-mounted gears or this digital technology that has actually enabled a fully immersive experience for us. We see that there are different kinds of head-mounted displays. There are different kinds of digital devices that you can mount on the head and also have some, uh, you know, handheld gears that you can play around with, so that these headsets and the gloves combinedly give you a high performance. So what are you trying to do with these headsets? Basically, they give you an experience of being into another world. They put you into a virtual world, which is a digital environment of sorts, where you interact with objects in a very realistic, seemingly realistic manner. However, the immersive experience is very much different from the real world. So if you talk about that how things work in the virtual reality, basically it is in the form of a video frames, or image frame rates that keep moving at a minimum speed of 60 frames per second. Okay, so there are some 60 frames that move with an speed of a decent refresh rate. And as you are viewing those images, or I would say which looks like a video to you, as those images pass through your eyes with a rate of 60 frames per second, you would see that your vision is being, you are basically put into a immersive world where you just forget whether you are in a real world or not. So somehow virtual reality does make your experience enriching, and that's how there's so many experiences in today's world that you would see are around. So apart from the refresh rate and the frame rate, there is a field of view. Three things contribute to giving you a virtual reality experience. One is your frame rate, another is your refresh rate, and the third one is your field of view. So your frame rate, we said that it could be beyond 60, but at least there should be a minimum of 60 frames per second, and a powerful refresh rate alongside a field of view. So the field of view is basically the vision that you can have as you move your head in the gear that is placed onto your head. So 180-degree field of view is desirable. However, it should not be less than 100 degrees. So some 100-degree visual display should be available to you. Now, if we talk about what a frame rate is, it is the speed at which your GPU or your CPU, whatever is used for the display, can process an image per second. Okay. So 60 images are processed per second. Only then you are able to get into this VR experience. Your refresh rate helps the pace at which the display or the rendering of images happen onto the screen or onto the headsets, or your head mounted display screen. Your field of view is again the eye movement and the head movement that the display can support, the coordinated movement of head and eye that your display can support. So we are saying that should be not less than 100 degrees. So that way the experience will be enriching for all. What are the top VR headsets? Like there's Star VR, there is Oculus Rift, there is your HTC Vive, there is LG Valve, which is, and again, these are 210, 110 are the field of view degrees that is it is able to give you an experience. And then there is a Samsung Gear VR, which is 101 degrees, PlayStation by Sony, which is again 100 degrees. So there was an interesting VR headset that was provided by Google Cardboard. So Google Cardboard was a very cheap alternative when different organizations were introducing their VR headsets. They were priced very costly, and hence not everyone was able to experience VR. So Google intended to bring something which is really cheap and which is into a common man's hand. So Google introduced a Google Cardboard with a 90-degree field of view to make it cost effective, as well as anyone who wants to just get a hint of what VR headsets are and what kind of experience you can get is through Google Cardboard. So Microsoft's HoloLens was also something which got really famous, and it had a 90 to 110 field of view. We talked about virtual reality. We said that there are virtual objects. We are into a world which is completely digital. There's nothing real in it. But what about augmented reality? Or how is augmented reality different from virtual reality? So what is this AR? AR is basically where the objects are laid down on the real world. So I've been talking about AR itself. And AR is the enabler where we are able to interact with people, things, places, and services by simply walking around a store or office or outdoors. So suppose I would show you a demo. Let me showcase you a demo how you could actually get to one solution of your own. So for that, just share sound. All right. And we get to the video here. So check out this video.
Hey, IKEA would like everyone to know about.
I just hope that the voice of this video, the audio is audible.
Yes, Pooja.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, Pooja.
Just check out, students, this video. You may have come across it already or may have already bought something, but let's check it out together.
Place, our new augmented reality app. Built on Apple's new AR kit, you can easily place true to scale 3D models of IKEA furniture in your place. Scan, browse, select, move, and place. So that could mean less of this. And less of this. And probably more of this. We want to make it easier for people everywhere to imagine a better place. Share this place and this place. Try place in your place.
So I just showcased you this video, guys, just to let you know that this is not just IKEA who's using it. I said if you have used Flipkart, if not, just open the app now and check it out that you, if you're buying any furniture, fridge, any electronic that you would like to check for placement, space, all that you could do actually with the help of IKEA app. Oh, sorry, with the help of the Flipkart's augmented reality feature that is available. Also, I would like to showcase you quickly another video. This one should be interesting for you guys, hopefully. Okay, all right. So I guess how many of you watch Stranger Things, huh? Do you, any of you guys watch Stranger Things? Maybe good to know. Okay. Shweta watches it. No one else. All right, not a problem. But I guess you must have experienced AR earlier and may not have noticed it if you're using these filters from Instagram and Snapchat. All these are what? Your augmented reality filters, right? So today we are going to actually talk to you about that same. And well, if you would like, I'll also showcase you how you can do some customization of the kit. But that for that you'll have to be interested in the session, and you will have to actually interact as much as possible so that I'm able to give you as much as that's required. So yeah, I showcased you how different organizations like IKEA, they are utilizing as much as possible. AR is making human experience really interesting. So I showcased you Netflix using it for promoting themselves on Facebook by creating these interesting Stranger Thing filters. IKEA helping their, I mean, for furniture based applications, it's really interesting. They're able to buy online by just checking whether that particular product fits in the space or not. And then there is a game which you already know, Pokemon Go, which where you have to move around different spaces, and as you move around different locations, you will get Pokemons at different locations that is being placed. So that is based on location based AR, which is again a very interesting topic of discussion. So what it enables, what augmented reality enables, first of all, it overlays virtual objects on the real world. The real world is there, and the virtual objects will start showcasing in the real world. So that's the most interesting part of AR. It saves time and money in various industries. Like especially in manufacturing, it's unbeatable. I showcased you how it's really helpful for furnitures and all those industries. In fact, Sephora, uh, which is used for all these cosmetics, is also able to enable women to use and check different lip color specific to their shades of liking. So all that is possible with virtual try-ons. And what are these virtual try-ons doing? They are being placed on to our face, onto our head. So that locating our head, locating our eyes properly by putting these filters correctly is what is also a task, which as AR designers, that could be also something that could be an interesting career for you going forward in the field of augmented reality. All right. So companies which already use AR is Pepsi, Zara, you just name it, Microsoft, Coca-Cola, Instagram, Snapchat, Apple, all of them. All of them vividly use it for marketing purposes, for enabling more customer base to get interaction, and so much more. What are its features? So basically, AI combines the real and the virtual objects in the real environment. Both are there. The virtual object is there as well as the real object is there, and both of them are combined in the same environment. Everything is interactive in the real time, so you don't have to wait for anything. Everything you can do in there and then. Also, there is accurate 3D registration of virtual and real objects. So this is very important. Whenever I am saying I'm working with a AR system, up till and unless the 3D objects are properly registered, or I would say they are properly located at the right locations on the face or on the physical world, there's no use of AR, correct? So that particular access location is what we have to focus on a bit. And if you talk about the evolution, so it all started in the year 1968. And in this 1968, you would see that the first head-mounted AR display was introduced. Then slowly and gradually there came a AR laboratory in 1974. And further, the term augmented reality came only in the year 1990. So it had to take its own journey. And ever since then, there came a theater, and I mean, AI was used in different fields. First, it was used in theaters, I mean, and entertainment. Then it started to be used by NASA as well for, hybridic synthetic vision system. So NASA also tried to use AR for its own test and visual purposes. Then there came a toolkit, open source library toolkit in the year 2000, 2000 millennium. And then slowly and gradually you saw its use in print media, and in even in sports field, augmented reality is used by coaches to have a virtual team playing with the players, where they try to set up, let's say one of the player has a strong defending characteristics, so they test that player and they try to compete in a virtual environment, where they try to strategically set up the virtual team against their own team. So then your Google Glass, if you would have heard of, which came in the year 2014, it just came and went in. It was a big buzz for 2 years, but then it came and went quickly. And later you see that Apple also introduced its own iOS, AR kit with iOS 11. And now there is so much that we can't stop talking about in augmented reality today. What is this web-based AR? So web-based is where you can launch your own specialized cameras that can detect and display AR objects just by heading to a web link. You click on a link and you scan. Let's say you scan a particular 3D object. We want you to do it with us. So by just clicking on a web link also, your camera is going to get detected. I mean, the camera is going to get access and it will try to detect you and do place different virtual objects onto your head as well as filters. So you do not need to go by through downloading an app. With the web-based experience, how is it better? You don't need to install an app of your own, and it just lets you play around with the browser having the AR engine already installed in it. So there is a projection based augmented reality as well, where your image or video projection technique is used, and it is extended such that the images are thrown on the surface of 3D objects. So let me showcase you this projection based AR. Let me help you experience it. For that, you quickly have to get into the chat. On the chat, you would see that my get onto your mobile phones, please. My teammate has provided you a link. That is a scanner link for your mobile phone's camera access. Click on that. Allow your phones. Okay. Get your mobile phone, and on that, go into this Teams. Go into Teams. Click on the link that has been provided by my teammate and then scan this image. First, you have to allow, okay, and then scan this image by bringing it close. Then you would see that the image shows a 3D representation where it will come out. So how many of you are able to check the same experience that I'm trying to show? Just go and, okay, Rahul is able to do. Rahul, can you also bring out in through a voice that what experience you are seeing as you are able to scan this image? That will help motivate your classmates as well. As you scan, what is happening? Just in simple layman terms, if you speak about it, you can unmute yourself and speak. Apart from Rahul, is anyone else able to do? Vivitha is able to do. Who else is able to experience it? All right. So, Vivitha, would you like to speak your experience of this augmented reality? You don't need to shy away, just speak it out. That way, it will, I think, break ice for others also. All right. I don't understand. Somehow, I believe that you guys are not able to either unmute yourself. Okay. So, I believe two of you have been able to experience the AR. Now, we will discuss a bit further. Okay. We talked about the theory. Now, I want to talk about the libraries. Okay. So, there is AR.js. This library is an augmented reality a library that is used for the web, and it's very lightweight library. You can see that it is built on top of the 3.js and the JSAR toolkit, which this toolkit combined with A-frame is used to create the whole AR experience. And this A-frame is something I've given you exercises on in the coding exercises that have been provided so that you build up a bit confidence on it. What does it do? It makes use of markers to enable the camera to detect and display the AR object. So you just did that, right? You just did that. You tried to use your camera and you should be able to locate a particular AR object, outside of this phone. You should be able to see it popping it up in the form of a 3D object. So the amazing thing is this is 100% web based, very fast, and it can work even on old phones. It's open for source and free of charge. So it only requires some 10 lines of HTML code to get it up and running. So it's that easy, guys. It's very easy. So we just saw the Mind AR, which is again an open source web augmented reality framework. I think you guys already experienced this. I hope you are able to see even in the slide. This is what you should have experienced as we were doing that exercise with you today. So it supports image tracking, face tracking. You started with Mind AR started with A-frame integration themselves. So most of the documents will have A-frame as one of the key uh, functions that are used. And it can be run in plain static HTML. So it's super, super easy. Okay. So if I want to discriminate, if I want to discriminate between VR and AR, a virtual reality experience is completely virtual. AR uses a real world setting. So that's how AR is different. VR, users are controlled by the system. AR users can control their presence in the real world, where exactly they have to be placed. And VR requires a headset device. AR can be accessed using a smartphone. You just saw that, right? VR only enhances a fictional reality. Your AR enhances both the virtual and the real world. Okay. So I hope you are able to discriminate better between VR and AR. So we've always been promoting the importance of open source consideration. So open source, that it is free and accessible to everyone and anyone from anywhere and everywhere. So that helps in great innovation, that helps in great integration. You are able to get support. You are able to enhance the quality of the application that you're able to develop in a very less amount of time. You get great amount of secure libraries that you can use into your application. Important thing to note is the license agreement, that whether you are able to get a permissive license to be able to use the application free of cost, or you have to contribute to the community. That's it. Just check that and you are good to go with any solution in open source. So now let's quickly get back to our discussion on the solution. So we were trying to set up the kit, and you guys should have reached here by now. So I would just say yes and enter. And then it is asking for access for my camera. So I'll just have to disable it here. Then allow the camera access here. So you see, it will check for the camera. Let it load. It does take some time. And then you see these cool AR filters onto the cap on my head, the glasses over my glasses, and the earrings as well, properly located aside my ears. You would click here, remove the earrings. If you want, you can change the glasses as well. Go with this kind of a cap as an experience. And I believe this should be good to go. I could have these multiple glasses placed as well as the earrings. So I hope this is something that you would like to also learn how you could develop. So now quickly, once you are able to experience the kit, I would like to take you into the code of this kit. So your kit is set up here in the Mind ARJS. First, I would like to help you understand three things here. If you again allow the camera access here, there are three folders. If you see, this is again trying to locate my face. In the middle of it, this scanner is present. Then if you click on, okay, if you click on this application, if I click on start and allow the camera, We'll just wait for it to load. Since I have multiple applications running, I will just close those. So you could see that wherever I am moving, it is trying to locate my nose. Can you guys see this? If I just click on stop, it stopped. And again, I'll have to allow it to access my camera. Stopped there. And once it starts loading again, it will every time try to, point to the nose. See how accurately as I'm moving, it is able to, locate that particular my nose as a, it's able to pinpoint my nose. So that is also one of the very important features when we are working with AR. So now let's quickly understand what is happening in the code. So we just go ahead and open it with notebook. And if you see the code here, you would see that what we've essentially done from the CDN, we have loaded the Mind AR face, your A-frame, and your Mind AR face A-frame. All the three we have basically loaded these from the CDN, and then what within the script tag, your JavaScript tag, where we have our. I'll just increase. Maybe I'll increase the font size a bit. Hmm. Is the yeah, this should be good. All right. So you should be now able to see the code a little bit more properly. And what I'm saying, first we have added our event listener by getting to the DOM content being loaded. So what all we have one glasses, two glasses, a hat, another hat, and earrings. So these are the 5 objects that are being displayed, and we have set the values. One of the classes automatically comes when the when this script gets loaded. So one glass and one hat is being set to true. That's why when my augmented reality application loaded, I could see the glasses and the hat already present as objects onto my face as well as head. Then you would set up that if your buttons and entities are visible, then you add your selected, if visible, then select those. And else if again selected, you want to remove, right? We click on a particular tab there so that it is selected, or else we just want to add that, or either we have to remove that, right? And then similarly, we have a list where we are actually setting each item with a button click. So with a button click, what we want that particular item should set to be visible onto particular portion of the face. Similarly, what we do here, this is the CSS where we have set the position, the width, and the height. And then after that, if you come down here, this is the important part where you have your hat one. This hat one is again loaded from a CDN, cloud space. Then hat two, glasses, all these are different components that we have mentioned. So images for these are loaded and set here. Then we know that in augmented reality, everything is within a scene. Okay. So we have our A scene tag, and within the A scene tag, we mention the A asset item. What are the A asset item? We have your head, your glasses, two hat and earrings here. And we then set the head ocular or the scene.gltf where we want to showcase it, right? So first we are setting it up with an image ID, loading it here, and within the within this A asset is what we are again setting it within this same scene where we want that within the camera, as the camera is able to locate, I'm able to see that screen. So head ocular part where we see, this is where I'm setting the position, the rotation, the scale, and the different components of my uh, head ocular. So first was what? First anchor was my head model. Okay. Then it was two glasses, then it was hat, and then it was earrings. So this is first setting for the head model. Then comes in your second anchor, for which is glasses. So the scale is different. If you see, the scale is bigger here. The positioning will be different, and accordingly the hat is being picked. The hat is being picked from one entity is being picked, then the hat two entity is being picked, and similarly the glasses one, glasses two entity and the earring entity are respectively picked within the mind AR anchor index. So basically what we are doing directly within this code, first everything we have loaded and saved into an IDE. Say, let's say there is a there is hat one, there is hat two, there is glasses one, glasses two, and there is earrings. So these five components where we are placing them, if you see on this, let me just say no, and one, two, three, four, five. These five boxes represent your five different objects, and we've loaded these two as hats, these as glasses, and this is as earring. So the same is being coded into the code set here, and the CSS is only helping just style the page a bit. That's it. So this is how your simple augmented reality application is built here. If you just go here and just say always allow, then your camera access will be provided to this. So I hope you were able to set up this kit, and you are also able to go through this interesting solution of sorts. You just need to get a cloud where you are able to place the image properly. So now I would suggest you to ask any questions that you may have from the session, or even something related to augmented reality that you would like to get your answers for. Ask any questions that may be required, guys. So you guys are already into your week 3. You must have received your badges for week 2 by now. So week 2 badges, if not received till now, then you would receive it by today. Most of you should have received your week 2 badges who have finished their exercises properly. And going forward, we will have your week 3 with the project and final assessment. So let me just discuss the project and final assessment with you. So if you come onto the page, you would see that within the final project section, you have the final assessment and project submission. It is mandatory for you to complete the exercises as well as the project you need to submit. We've kept it as simple as possible. You go here, mention the name of the college, your name, whatever is your email ID, your phone number, year of study, branch, and then you just answer these quick questions here that are available for you. And 3 MCQ questions, and then comes in your coding exercise. These are simpler coding exercises with A-frame that I have given you, so that you are able to also, utilize this to your benefit. So you know the drill. Go and check on to candy.openviewer.com so that you are able to, check out the quick snippets and add them as solutions after you add a screenshot. Okay. So this is the form that you need to submit, and then there is also a project that you can see and after you submit these coding exercises here. Okay. The project is primarily in a way that you have to submit these exercises as well as the project by 6 p.m. on Friday, 14th July. So request you to submit it by next Friday. latest by 6 p.m. 14 July. That will give you your internship completion certificate, as well as I would like to showcase you how you have to submit your project. To be able to submit your project, you will have to create a candy kit. So how do you create a candy kit? Simply go on to can.openweaver.com. You should be logged into the platform here. Go into MySpace, and in the MySpace, I'll just use another account here. So go into the MySpace, and here you go into My List and click on New List. In the new list, you just mention the name of your project. Let's say web development project, and let's say your let's say your project is on a restaurant website. Okay, and then you add the tags here. Let's say I add the tags as web development. I also add front end framework, and then I add an image also here. Let's say for my front end application, let me just add something interesting. Maybe this kind of an image. And then there is two options. There is a content editor where I can add some content to my website. Let's say I add, this is a hotel restaurant website. You just mention the details here. If you would like, you can also add an image here. Just pick up the image as picture from, let's say you want to add an image. So add a picture that you think is suitable. Okay. So just add a picture here alongside with the text that is being mentioned, and then just click on plus. If you want to add, let's say, the solution source as one of your section. How do you add your solution source? Just add your code to GitHub. Okay, add your code to GitHub. You know the drill. Just go to GitHub. Say, let's say my kit name is ARE. Let's say this is the project. Copy this link of your project and then link it here. Select it and click on this link and say save. That way we will be able to go ahead and click and check the solution source of the link here. Also, apart from the solution source, you should also add the libraries used in the solution. So we have a video that we are going to send it to you that where you can check out how you can create this grid. Libraries used in the solution. I can add the size to heading 2. I can also make this as heading 3. This also as heading 3. And then when I want to check for libraries, I just go here and say ar.js and enter. Click on the libraries. Then I say 3.js is used, so I will say save. ARJS is used, so I will say save. Mind ARJS is used, so I will say save. Where are these getting saved? In MySpace. I click on MySpace. I click on my space. Okay. And then I select all these three libraries and click on move to, what was my project name? Web development project. So I will select the web development and click on move. Then I will go back to my web development project and I will see the three libraries here. So I can move my solution source at the bottom by dragging it up and pushing it down here. So I see that libraries used in the solution. And then I will set this to heading 3. Also use this save so that you can save as many changes as possible for your kit. Okay. So we just publish this kit. We just publish it now. We click on view your kit and then you can see that this kit is available here with the libraries as well as your solution source listed down here. So that's how you'll have to work around this kit process. Okay. So I just want to now, say that one of the students did ask in the chat that how did you set up the kit? I'll quickly go through that kit setup process. You go onto the community page under your week 3 internship session. You scroll down and click on the Candy One Click Kit. Here you click on the Candy One Click Kit again. You download the zip file, say show in folder, extract the contents of this file. I already have multiple of these. I'll delete it. And then I would say extract all. And I will replace the file in the destination. Double click it, go into this kit installer, say more info, run any. Bus, you just have to be doing up till here and then it will start setting the kit onto your systems. Once the kit is successfully set up, just say yes. The interface for the augmented reality will automatically open for you. All right. So this is it from us for the week 3. It is very important that you set up your solution source on GitHub and then load it into a form of a candy kit. So thank you everyone for engaging with us and helping us make this internship better. We would suggest that we could quickly take pictures of all of you with us if you would like to enable and get this final goodbye. Can you all, would you like to have a picture since this is our last boot camp? So it'll be good if we switch on and, you know, uh, all of us can take a picture together. If you guys are comfortable, Sandhya and Pranav, we can switch on the cameras together as well as Rahul, Akash. Yeah. Okay. We'll give some time for the students to get comfortable. Okay. Uh, Students, it'll be good if you also switch on the camera, but if not, then I think you guys may not be comfortable doing that. So then in that case, we will close the session with a good goodbye, and we look forward for better engagement coming going forward. Thank you,
Thank you,
and
Neeta.
hope this internship did help you all.
So, students, just wanted to inform you that follow-up email will be sent today, which contains all the essential resources, including the project assessment that you need to complete. So, therefore, I kindly request you to check your inbox, spam folder, and junk folder as well. So, if you're having any doubts, please clarify now itself. If not, okay. So, thank you all so much for participating in this 4-week internship program with us. Feel free to reach out to us for any queries. Thank you once again and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a good day, ma'am.